it's kind of funny in a way that this is the first time we've talked to you all. You're the starting tight end at Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it's about as anonymous a position, and sort of not unimportant, just anonymous. Is that just kind of a fact of life here at Ohio State?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had interviews like this since I was in high school, so this is interesting. But I mean, you know, tight end position, you don't always get a ton of love, but you just put your head down and just kind of do your work. So it's kind of nice being shy to actually get some love today.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Luke, how do you feel like the tight ends have performed as a unit so far this season?
I think we're improving a lot as the season goes on, which is what we need to do, you know, so we can be playing our best football at the end of the season. So, yeah, I think as a group, which is what we need, just everybody working off of each other, improving.
Urban said he wants to see you guys get more involved in the passing game. What do you feel like are the things you guys can do so that the ball comes your way more often?
As it always has been, you got to prove yourself blocking first, which I think we've been doing pretty well, and then you know, just cleaning stuff up. Like I said, just keep improving on how we run our routes, do our stuff.
For you personally, how much have you enjoyed finally being out there and playing all the time this year?
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a dream come true growing up in Ohio. So, yeah, no other feeling like it.
What do you feel like are the things that you did well to give yourself the opportunity to earn that starting position coming out of the season?
Like I said, I think I proved myself blocking in the interior, you know, pass pro and everything. And I made a big leap my freshman spring and that following fall. I thought I did a lot to you know, make my name there.
Do you feel like you and Rashad complement each other?
Like I was saying, we both are improving as the season goes on, and that's really good. That's what we need, so we can work off of each other, so the load isn't all on one person, and I think that's been working out really well.
You were talking about the blocking ability or the necessary blocking for the tight end position. Why is having a tight end in the passing game important for this offense?
You know, I think as Coach Wilson always talks about, you run into a lot of problems when you don't have a tight end that can block well, whether it's you know, in protection or perimeter running or running the quarterback too much or getting hits on him, you know, and he feels and we feel that it's like crucial for our offense, what we want to do.
And in the passing game, is it just the short routes, or what stands out, especially for a good passer or a good receiving tight end?
You know, running crisp routes, you know, straining on your, you know, getting downfield, being able to you know, spread that offense or the defense open when you get your spots.
How have you seen Jeremy Rucker come along since he arrived on campus this summer?
He's been doing great. I mean, ever since he got here in the summer, he wants to be better, which is awesome. You know, doing whatever he can, mentally, physically, to get better, and you can see the improvement.
Were you curious when he got here? I mean, he was, you know, big 4 or 5 star guy, renowned for splitting the seam down the middle and all that kind of stuff. Were you curious about how good he was, and how has he lived up, I guess, to that curiosity?
I mean, my mindset was just, well, we'll wait to get him here and then see what he can do, and he's definitely exceeded expectations, and his improvement has been great.
Yeah.
And Luke, Dwayne says that the word he used was arrangements with players, movies for some, dinners for others, just things that some of his players try to do to get them to remember that they're out there and he can pass to them. Do you have an arrangement with Dwayne, or do you need to get one?
No, I mean, I just try to prove myself, you know, on film. So if he sees me, then he knows he can rely on me.
But now that you've heard that other people are trying to bribe
I might have to talk to him after this.
Look, do you and Rashad feel like sort of like the wild card of the offensive front, if you understand what I'm saying? Because they like to stage you guys up a lot, and that H thing floats you back and forth and stuff. You're kind of like, you know, this team likes to brag it doesn't have a fullback, but it looked like you guys fill the gap, so to speak.
Yeah, we kind of take on that responsibility when it's needed. You know, getting 2 tight ends out there is another thing that Coach Wilson, you know, wants to do, and I think we've been able to do, and we're going to keep doing it because it helps. You know, like you said.
Yeah. Well, the emphasis this week by Urban Meyer's been he wants to see the running game be more effective and stuff. And obviously, teams have been loading up on you guys.
Yeah.
I would think you and Rashad will play a big role in that. Do you feel like there's some responsibility for you guys in that regard?
Yeah, and I think the responsibility has been there. You know, we want to be on the field as many tight ends as we can, so it's been there.
If he got called for a penalty, I'm not sure I've seen before. Penn State won the face mask. What happened on that play?
It's just technique, error, you know, unfortunate, but I mean, I can't have my hand that high. So I'll take responsibility for that.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
When you committed here, did you think to yourself, like, going into a more blocking situation, and given the history of tight ends here the last 10 years or so, hasn't been a ton of receptions to you?
I don't think I came in assuming that. I knew that I was going to have to prove myself as a blocker to get on the field and be able to contribute in this offense. And, you know, the passing and the getting the receptions will go on from there. So I still, you know, work to be an all-around tight end every day.
So blocking first, just getting that down, and then we're kind of receiving. Is that kind of how you approach it?
I mean, in our offense, our tight ends are expected to do everything pretty evenly, so we have to be pretty crisp in everything.
Being a big guy, what's the biggest challenge to becoming an effective blocker?
I think for me, coming in, you know, tall and long, just being able to play with the pad level that we need to play with, getting low, and then you know, working my hands and yeah, really just that.
Yeah, I mean, positioning, things like, I mean, you know, I mean, what are you before a play? What's going through your mind as you get up and you know you're blocking on that particular play?
For me, just basic stuff that Coach Hinton will talk about and Coach Wilson will talk about, just feet and hands, just quick feet, quick hands, and you know, the rest will work itself out from there.
Jake Hausman's a guy who came in with you. What have you seen from him? How has he developed?
He's been improving a lot too. He had a little hamstring early in the season, which is tough. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries so far, which is never easy, but he's been making improvements as well and getting back to full 100% healthy, and we're looking forward to having him too.
Do you have to kind of help a guy, you know, keep his spirits up if maybe he's had trouble getting on the field and then has an injury?
Yeah, I think that's important part of the brotherhood and being tight as a unit in the tight end room. You know, you got to pick up guys, whether it's any issue they're having, and obviously injuries, never fun. So.
Luke, has Coach Wilson been maybe more hands-on this year than he was last year? I know Ryan Day's kind of taken on more of the play. Has Coach Wilson been able to invest in the tight end room a little bit more this year?
I think he's been invested since day one. You know, ever since he got here that winter, he just wanted to, you know, get to know us, do whatever he could to improve us. So there hasn't really been any difference because he's just been all in on the tight end since day one.
Last question.
Luke, Jeremy was a guy who, like, 5-star tight end, everyone kind of expected to start, or a lot of people expected him to start day one. What's it been like for a guy like that to kind of have to bide his time and work his way into the rotation?
I mean, he's handled it really well. It's tough for a tight end, you know, just to come in and then start at this level. You know, O-line tight end, it's tough to develop like that, and him coming as more of a receiving guy. But like I said, he's been all in, invested, anything he could do to improve, and he has physically, mentally. So it's been great.
What do you like about him? What do you see out of him, I guess?
That work ethic, you know, trying to answer every question he can in meetings, you know, trying to really hone his craft is great to see.
Thank you, Luke.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it.